Hi there, it is Sunday night, November the 18th, 2018. It's been a very slow writing day. I've written in a number of different sessions all throughout the day. Each one of those sessions, I ended up with fewer words than I really wanted to, and it's only added up to 1,300 words so far. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that. Cough, cough. The story is still plugging away at the same sort of area that I was in before. I'm trying to really move it along, though. I'm really trying to not really wallow in the situation and just kind of really move from plot point to plot point as I think of them. I'm still making this up entirely as I go along. But what I'm trying to do is when I think of the next plot point, normally there would be like a, sort of you would sort of gradually get from one plot point to the next one. And there would be, logical transitions from one to the other. And this time I'm just sort of just hitting really the highlights of how to get from one plot point to the next one. Like, for example, you can see right at the end here, we had, a commotion sounded outside. The front door burst open. We're under attack. One of the Red Hearts yelled at them, "To arms!" So there would, normally, as I cough again here, hold on. Yeesh. Normally there would be, there would be a little more lingering on this. There was like a really dramatic confrontation between two of our characters here. And normally I would want to sort of dwell on that some more and really sink my teeth into that character drama. But I am also really just trying to pour words into this document, and I don't feel like I have a great deal of time to really sit with my document and really work on my the structure of my paragraphs and sentences because of my back issues, which I've dwelt on ad nauseum so far. So I'm trying to just sort of hit the next plot point and just run from there. I'm not really sure where this is going to go. But I feel like I just kind of need to keep moving along to maintain my own interest in this story, for one thing. Because, sometimes when there's an old saying where if you, the author, is bored when you're writing a section, then the reader is also going to be bored in that section. So if I feel like I'm bored writing a particular piece, then I don't feel that much need to expand upon it, and I just kind of want to get to the next section as quickly and as logically as possible. So that's kind of my thinking there. Yeesh, I'm really coughing a lot tonight. So I mentioned my back. I do want to say that as my back feels better at this time of day than it has in a while. So I'm very pleased about that. It's still not even close to 100% yet. I have a follow-up primary care doctor appointment tomorrow, and my first physical therapy appointment is on Wednesday, which I'm very much looking forward to. because I am really, really tired of this. I need to really be careful. I've when my back feels better than it usually does, I feel like I have a real danger of, slouching or really messing up my posture and then, making it worse again. So I feel like I have to be really careful about that. And I'm yakking about my back again. That's basically because I don't really have a whole lot to say about my writing today. It's just been another day of just throwing words on the page, trying to think of things to write. I still like my idea of merging my two characters together into one, Doran and Murad. I think I am going to merge them into Murad. Today, as I was writing, there were a couple of times when I almost wrote the word Murad instead of Duran. Doran. I said Duran, like Duran. Ha ha ha. So in my mind, I'm thinking of this character as Murad now, even though I'm still writing the word Doran. And it feels okay, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Maybe starting tomorrow, I'll start writing the word Murad. Yeah, we're about to. I'm moving to a new section of the story here. I think. My refugees have been sort of trapped in a not quite imprisoned, but they got trapped in a situation where they started working for a nefarious group of gang of thugs known as the Red Hearts, and they were really enticed to work for them because of the Red Hearts offered them food and shelter, which is something that these refugees have not had for quite a long time. So they were like, "Oh yes, thank you. You're so nice to us." And then it turns out the Red Hearts, "Oh, by the way, we need you to, fight our battles for us." You don't want to lose your food and shelter now, do you? So they've been sort of trapped in that situation, and so that is all coming to a head now in the story, and I'm really kind of I'm liking the feel of this part of the story. I like the conflict. The conflict feels very meaty to me. The stakes seem really high because our main character has just had his son kidnapped for all intents and purposes. As leverage to keep Doran here in with the Red Hearts. So the Red Hearts basically kidnapped his son to hold as leverage. So that seems like pretty high stakes. So I feel pretty good about the sort of the basic structure of the plot that's going on here. It's just a matter of keeping going and keep trying to make up new things to happen and keep trying to think of what's the worst thing that could happen to these characters. And one of the worst things was having his son kidnapped. That was one of the worst things. Doran also has his wife. That's something could happen to her. That's another bad thing that could happen. I haven't really had an opportunity for that. It just seemed like it would be. It seemed like the Red Hearts would use their children as leverage more than their spouses. That's just how it seemed to my way of thinking. And there's also some conflicts between within the refugee group, there's some conflicts going on there. So I feel like there's a lot of meaty stuff here. Just need to sort of start thinking about how to wrap up this particular section. And then figure out what to do next. Because after they get out of this situation, I will still need to write a whole lot more words. I guess I could conceivably go back and add in more details to some of the sections that I sort of glossed over, but I'm not really sure that I want to do that. I feel like it would be a good thing to write 50,000 words of a complete story, even if it's sort of skeletal and not very fleshed out, and then in the revision process go in and just add more and more to it, which would flesh it out from a 50,000 words up to, 80 or 90,000, which is where I would prefer to get to. So that is my thinking here on day 18. I don't have anything else to say. I actually probably didn't say anything of any consequence just now, but those were all the writing thoughts in my head as of day 18. And now I will... well, I am going to try to write some more tonight. Throw another couple hundred words on there. I'm trying to not... I'm slowly making up ground for the one day that I missed, but it's slow. I'm only making up like a couple hundred words a day. But I definitely don't want to fall behind anymore. I definitely want to keep up. So I need to write at least 300 or so more words tonight, or 200, or, whatever. Whatever number of words. Whatever. All right, that's all for tonight. See you later.